Hi everyone, and welcome to the Aquarius June 12th through the 18th weekly tarot bite reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi everyone and welcome. This reading is meant to be a short mini, about 10 minutes or less reading for the week ahead. We are diving a little deeper into the theme that came up in the general collective reading that was released on Sunday for your sign. So the theme that came up was love and our connections to others through love, mending past relationships, and possibly also the opportunity for kind of destined or fated new relationships to come into our life. So let's go ahead here and see for your sign, Aquarius, where you're being asked to focus in the realm of relationships this week and the energy of love. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. So we have keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Very interesting. So love this card when it comes out, because I do feel like, especially when we're talking about kind of fated, destined new relationships coming into our life, we can often kind of put ourselves in a wheelhouse of who we choose to connect with and how we choose to connect with those individuals in our life. And when we think of soulmates doesn't always necessarily mean that this is going to be the love of your life or that this individual is going to be your best friend. It can often mean that this person is going to actually be very challenging in your life, that this person is coming into your life to elevate you in some level, to push you to grow. Now, that can mean that, yes, this person who's coming in could be someone who is not the usual type that you would connect with. It's not the way that they might not communicate with you in the same way that you're used to communicating, because, again, this person is coming in kind of not forcing you, but really engaging with you. You might feel that attraction, that magnetism, that call. This person could already be in your life, and it could be that all of a sudden now you're reconnecting and you realize, wow, I haven't connected with someone like this in quite some time, and suddenly now something throws you two together, and your relationship at this time is going to be very pivotal for you. I always like to think of I'm someone who watches a lot of TV and movies, and I read a lot as well. So I always kind of have this like fantastical kind of, story in my mind around the examples that I'm giving. I don't always share them, but when this card comes out, I always think of the movie Along Came Polly. Now, that movie might not be for everybody's taste, but it is a movie where, again, opposites attract. There's an individual, the main character, who is actually I think he's like an insurance investigator. He's someone who goes out and, knows all of the information around all of the statistics around people and the terrible things that can happen to them. And then he meets this free-spirited woman who is like all over the place. She's a hot mess. And somehow, though, together, she forces him to get outside of his structured, kind of very narrow living experience. And in a way, too, he can kind of ground her at the same time. So there's something that, again, relationships often are a two-way street. So you might be teaching someone else something as much as they are teaching you something or pushing you to grow. It could be on both sides of the coin. So there is something here on kind of keeping that in mind, that, maybe you are the individual who's more free-spirited, and now it's time for someone to come into your life to teach you how to kind of be more grounded. Or that could be the reverse, that maybe you are the more grounded one who's very responsible and always does things by the book, and now the person who just makes decisions off the cuff comes into your life, and it allows you to expand some aspect of your experience and yourself that you hadn't originally already been kind of tapped into. So get excited this week, Aquarius. There could be someone coming into your life, or you could be reconnecting with someone from the past, and it's really going to open up, I think, a whole new aspect of your experience. It could lead to a great new romantic partnership. It could lead to a best friend. It could lead to business opportunities, but there is something beautiful here about this energy. I'm going to go ahead and just pull some additional cards. I'll pull some clarifiers just to get a little deeper into the message. So what does Aquarius need to know about this new soulmate that may differ from your usual type and expectations? For those of you where this is around love, I wish you the best. It's probably going to be a very fun, romantic experience. Let's see. Hearing the word lively. Very lively experience. Okay, up. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands came out reversed. I don't normally put reversals in my deck, so when they come out like that, I do honor them because it's a very pointed message at that point. The Six of Wands in reverse can be releasing maybe how you wanted to be seen. It can be releasing an idea of success. It could actually just be you releasing the need to be seen as successful in a certain way. Ooh, this is so interesting. So I'm just gonna look at my deck real fast, make sure I know. So we have another reversal that came out. So I want to make sure I didn't shuffle my deck wrong. But no, these are just the only two reversals. So we have the Sun and we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So yeah, there's something here. The Two of Swords in reverse. This is a good energy. This is the energy of finally coming out of that place of indecision where you've been just wondering, like, should I go for it? Maybe it is truly you're wondering, should I connect with this person? But with the Sun coming out as well, there's illumination here. This is illumination of possibly the answer to a question, the answer to something you've long been sitting around indecision with. This could be walking away from something that you had wanted to see yourself successful in. And now there's illumination around that maybe it's time to walk away from. It could be walking away again from a certain level of, when I say success, this could be that maybe it's time now you're realizing with the illumination that maybe you've been on the fence about maybe leaving a business that you've been in, or you're on the fence around leaving a partner you've been with, or you're on the fence around making a decision that's going to affect a friendship or a very important partnership in your life. And this may be where someone comes in to your life now that's very pivotal, that says, like, yeah, you can walk away from that business. You can, like, let me help you. Let me show you, or let me show you how you don't have to do that. There's something here around that where I feel like for some of you, maybe there's been a little bit of a confusion as to with the Two of Swords here, stating there's been this level of indecision, of kind of just sitting in this place of, like, I don't know if I should do this, and I don't know if I shouldn't do this. And it does have something to do around this level of, so the Six of Wands upright is recognition. The Six of Wands is being seen as kind of the homecoming hero. It can be a card truly just of success. And there is something here with it coming up, upside down, that there either just hasn't been a level of success that you've wanted. It could also be that you're not being recognized. And maybe that lack of recognition is something that you might find in someone this week that you meet, or in the reconnection to someone. But there may be something here too where it's time for you to finally make that decision. Do you leave it or do you commit to it? I'm just seeing if there's any other messages coming in. I'm hearing get off the horse. Don't know what that, I mean, I can interpret that as, when we look at the individual upright in this, he's on the horse, right? He's kind of above everybody else. There's this feeling, and I don't want to say it's time for you to get, I'm not saying that you're up on your high horse. This is more the feeling of, I feel like it's time for you to get off the horse. Yeah, and join the party. That's a really interesting thing that's coming through here. There's something here around maybe maybe you felt like you've had to take the higher ground. Maybe you do actually have a level of success. So there's something where you're being seen in a specific way. And maybe you want to get off of that. Maybe you don't want to be seen as that anymore. Maybe you're being called now to say, okay, come join the banquet table. We've been waiting to celebrate you. Come sit down. You can take off all of your stuff. You don't have to wear all of the, all of your battle gear. You get to come off. You get to come down, and you get to just enjoy life. I'm really feeling that, Aquarius. That message just came through super clear. It's time to get down from the horse and join the celebration. The ground. It's great to be recognized. It's great to have that level of success. But there's something here now where it's time to embrace living in the small ways. You're joining the celebration, but the celebration is having that great meal, sitting at the table and having the conversation with the person next to you. That's the real celebration. That's the real success in your life, is having the ability to do that. And you don't have to stay on the horse. It's almost like I'm hearing the battle is over. The battle's done, Aquarius. It's time to get down and enjoy what you've earned for yourself. And that, I think, is really going to bring in someone who's it's almost like you get off the horse and you sit down at the table, and the person you sit down next to you is like, hi, I'm going to be your best friend. Or, hi, you want to go on a date? There's something like that here where it's maybe this can also be too, where for those of you who are dating or in that kind of scenario where maybe you've put yourself kind of above, where people see you, that they see you on such a level that they feel that they're that you're out of their league. And it's almost like this homecoming hero sitting down with one of just the townspeople, and the townsperson is like, hey, I never thought I could approach you before because you were always off doing stuff, and you always seemed you would never want to talk to someone like me. And this is you saying, oh my gosh, of course I'd want to talk to someone like you. What are you talking about? Something along those lines, where maybe it's time to open yourself up and maybe open yourself up to a different group of people that maybe you're not used to engaging with as well. But there's something here around, it's time to come down off the horse. It's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor and what you've earned, and to enjoy the small things, to enjoy that meal with friends, to it would almost be for those of you who, let's say you do have a certain level of success, and you are somebody who gets up on stage and is giving the speech to everybody who's paid to come and see you. It would almost be like if you just give the speech, walk off the stage, and get in your car and leave, instead of saying, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to stand at the doorway as everybody's kind of coming out, and I'm going to shake the hands. I'm going to see the people who actually come to see and listen to me and support me. And maybe I'm going to ask a couple of them to go grab a drink afterwards, just so I can get to know my fan base more. There's something along the lines around that here. So keep that in mind. Not to say that all of you guys are super famous people, but there's something along those lines too on any aspect of your life where maybe you feel like you're holding yourself back from really connecting to an aspect of your current experience. This could even be where you're the manager, and you never really stop to, take your personal assistant out for a cup of coffee, and it's saying, hey, enjoy that. You might have a great person working for you, and that could be the new best friend in your life, something along those lines. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. If you'd like to view your sign's full Taroscope reading for the month of June, I do have those up on my channel, and I do so appreciate any likes, new subscribers, and any comments. So please feel free to engage in any way that you feel compelled to. It does make my day and my week when I see any type of engagement. So thank you if that ends up being you. All right, Aquarius, I will see y'all later. Bye.